Hello. So, want to share some ideas. Just stuff I'm thinking about. Might relate to you. On the line between isolation and space. I feel like many good-hearted, good-minded, awesome, beautiful people in life are often disappointed by people. Disappointed in their own way. And I see in the world of, what do I call it? What can I call it? Spirituality on Instagram. You know, the Instagram memes from, these dedicated Instagram pages of a sort of spiritual bent, meant to sort of share little tidbits and advice for people navigating life in a spiritual way. And oftentimes there is a lot of advice about cutting people out, no, fuck off, like that, kind of just cutting people out, like being super like, I'm me, this is my phase, I'm in my season of me right now, so if you're not fucking serving, then you're out here. And believe me, it's good. That's a good thing. I've lived like that. And this is about myself, because this is something I'm just kind of musing about, but is not letting yourself be too reliant on a sort of isolation and being too hesitant to reach out. And because, believe me, and this is about myself, like, I've been through times like that, and it can be the most helpful thing is when there's confusion with people, or even just you are just navigating you. You're doing something new. You're trying to figure something out. You're trying to do something fresh, and sometimes people just don't align with that, and you got to kind of not have those people in your life. And it can be immensely helpful. I wouldn't, I guess you can't always prescribe, you can't always prescribe one piece of golden, studded wisdom for every single situation. So sometimes you do need that, and not to, that's totally the best thing. But I'm thinking, sometimes I think people might, sort of, isolation, these are, it's hard to be isolated. And sometimes I think the urge to is cut everybody out and find your personal truth is great. And I've done that for months at a time. But I think eventually you gotta kind of, I feel like, and this is just for all the people out here who understand what I'm saying and who have felt this, or, that you've cut people out because your truth, they fucked with your truth. Even if you thought they were, you're someone that you'd never get rid of, someone you'd always talk to every day or whatever, for some reason they fucked with your truth. And, but, oh my God, so for some reason they fucked with your truth. So, you rightfully had to sort of take space from that. But what I'm saying is, I guess, is, sometimes I think you gotta be not so hesitant to interact or try new things, that sort of instinct to segregate, or might be really needed. And believe me, I've been through stuff, and I know you have too. But I think is to sort of trust yourself that you're not gonna lose yourself in connections or in things that I think often it's a fear of. And I'm what am I? I think I'm an Enneagram 4. I'm just remembering now. I know that Enneagram 4s definitely have a tendency to want to kind of remove themselves from things to sort of preserve their sense of identity or whatever. But I'm thinking, I guess my advice is, if this has become uncomfortable for you, if you found yourself, let's maybe like just getting so used to like kind of forging your own truth that you're not like reaching out to things, then maybe, if you're isolated, then seek whatever you need, seek people, seek connection. And like, I guess know that, I don't know, I guess it's a thought that in the grand scheme of things, even if a conversation with someone, isn't like what you imagine the most affirming, best thing would be for you, that even just making that connection between two people, can be helpful. Even just knowing, hey, we may not agree on everything, but at the end of the day, you're a person living life. I see you. I care about you. And I know that you're a person living life. I see you, care about you. I think that can be important in the grand scheme of things. Weeks, as days and weeks go by, that can be important to have that. And you might not even realize how important that can be. That you don't have to agree with everybody on everything, but like, even if a conversation doesn't seem, as fulfilling as you'd like it to be, just knowing that, like, having that baseline recognition of like, hey, you're a person in this world, good days and bad days, and I see you, and I support you. That's such a valuable thing to have, and you might not even realize it if you're so focused on like, who am I cutting out, and they don't get access to me, and that's totally great. Like, I totally don't get it twisted. I totally think that stuff has been so important for me to go, hey, you don't get access to me, motherfucker. Like, but I'm also thinking like, you don't gotta do anything, and don't come to me for advice, but like, don't take what I say as gospel, or don't even come to me for advice or whatever. But like, I'm just thinking out loud, but like, that if you're lonely, that like having, connections with people can be so important, and you might not realize how great it could be, even if you're thinking like, this isn't the perfect thing I imagined, the thing that, you close doors so the newer doors can open, of course. But maybe you've been waiting for the perfect door to open, and keep doing that, and you'll find new doors. We all find new doors, but it's like, if you're lonely, then just don't underestimate, trust that you can, navigate a conversation or a connection, and know that it will be beneficial. But having said that, I have had conversations with people that I felt like I needed to reach out to someone, and then those conversations of people from my past totally fucking brought me down. So watch out for that. I don't know. I just riffing here, but I do think it's true. Like, and this is like, don't get me wrong, that we need like seasons of, if something's not right, it's no perfect, you kind of need in some ways to get some space and distance and cut it out and think about stuff, So I guess at the end of the day, I'm just encouraging you to be you and keep living and growing and trust yourself, I guess. I don't know. Just thoughts. Peace.